Alright guys, welcome back to 2.5 Gamers, where we are getting watched while we jack it off. Crispy?
The UK is passed a bill recently that they can monitor whatever game you're playing anytime they want to. Why? For the most part, just because they can and because they want to. So...
Nah, it's not just because they can. It's because money's involved, and money makes the world go fucking round.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, no doubt. But gamers are going crazy right now that they're giving, that the government's taking their privacy away. Not only that, but they're just spying on them without them knowing, and it's kind of scary.
Just so you guys get the basic idea. Anytime you buy a game and install it into your device, whatever it be, and you start playing online, they'll know what you play. They'll know what you play whenever you actually start playing it. They'll know how long you played it for, and they'll know exactly what you do with it. So you can't hide what you're doing with them anymore, at all.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like the U.S. and everyone else is a race to see who's the first police nation, and it's kind of fucked up, to be honest with you.
And what's more fucked up is that it's games, and at this point, I mean, I get it because it's a media that generates several $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a hobby, and if they're willing to track you with a hobby, what else are they tracking you already with that you don't even know about?
I mean, it's like one of the fighters said about one of the senators of the U.S., Chael Sonnen. He said that if the government was willing to throw money at something that was only a fight, that was only for entertainment, which is what gaming is, what else can they be bought out for? And that's a good question for the government. If they're willing to do this just for gaming, what else are they willing to use it on? What else are they willing to do with it? And that's kind of a scary thought, to be honest with you.
No, yeah, and it's funny because there's no real disclosure as to what they're going to be tracking you for. What are they really going to use it for, all that data for? But it seems if you go back to the Virgin Mobile, the Virgin ISPs over there and stuff, that they started tracking people's searches and stuff. The government and handed all that data to Virgin ISP so that they can alter the marketing of those companies so that way they can be more suited towards you potentially buying things. It was all about garnering money, and the government was getting a cut of those. And this seems like it's going to happen again, but with gaming this time around. So watch out, because Big Brother's on your ass. Alright, so we open up with, or we don't open up with, we move on to financial news. Yeah, in financial news, it seems like Kingdom of Amalur, the developers of Kingdom of Amalur actually, are in really hot fucking water. No, not Jacuzzi, they have gone into $500 million worth of debt.
No Jacuzzi?
No Jacuzzi.
It's Jacuzzi of death, that's what it is.
They're apparently part of the Jersey Shore. Alright, so yeah, they apparently took out loans totaling somewhere in the neighborhood of $198 million to $500 million that they could not pay back. Apparently, they got a loan from Bank of America, huh? Nice. And the funny thing about it is their company's actual net worth is only in the neighborhood of $35 million. So they're currently being investigated by the FBI for this, and they're fucked.
So they took out a loan equivalent to 3 times of what they're worth.
10 times what they're worth.
My God, that's fucking stupid. Why would you do that?
Because we're American. we gotta. We need big nachos in the morning.
Oh my God, this is just ridiculous, man. I thought this shit with the whole loan thing was over already. I guess not. I mean, with companies at least, but I mean, if they go down,
they're not even too big to fail either.
I know, right? If they go down, I mean, I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm probably gonna laugh a little bit and then cry.
And it's funny because they really thought that this game, which already had the formula, or the same formula as WoW, the same formula as Skyrim, games that were already released, they thought that this game was going to be innovative enough, which it wasn't, to garner the WoW type of profits, and it didn't happen. As a matter of fact, they got some of the poorest sales I've ever seen.
Well, MMOs in general right now are having a hard time getting their consumers back, including WoW, including all those games. I forgot all MMO games, but WoW type games, MMO games, they're having trouble keeping their audience because it's hard to say, hey, we want you to pay a monthly fee while you're paying your internet. I mean, that's why the free-to-pay thing is coming to be a big thing in MMOs, because nobody wants to pay over what they're paying already for the game, plus their internet. It's kind of stupid, but...
Yeah, Crytek has already capitalized on it, and so is THQ. I mean, they're moving on to the free-to-play because it makes a lot more sense.
Which was a big curveball by them.
Yeah.
But, it's a hard market right now, but you shouldn't go into it if you don't have any innovation. And these guys
and you shouldn't borrow several $100 million if you don't think you can do it, or if you at least when you know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me nervous just thinking about it. Like $100 million loan, god damn.
Yeah. So anybody who actually liked Kingdom of Amalur, don't expect the sequel, because the only sequel that they're gonna get is playing with meat swords in the in the federal penitentiary. All right, guys. So let's move on to this week's
Game Fell.
Yeah. What are we doing again?
Rape.
Oh. Well, apparently, some people felt a little bit offended that Square Enix put a rape scene in Tomb Raider.
Attempted rape scene.
I mean, people are going balls, and I have no idea why people always do this. Rape can be... let's just go back to nudity. Nudity can be in anything, yet when it's in video games, people make it seem like they're trying to poison your children and kill your dog at the same time.
So, which is a fucking country song, apparently.
Yeah, and I don't get how that stigma sticks with video games. Video games is for all kinds of people, and they're rated for different kinds of people. And if you're too stupid to see the rating, then that's your fault.
Yeah, I think it's funny that they constantly do this with gaming. Again, like I said, it's always an issue with gaming. Oh, you did this, you did that. There's too much violence. There's movies where people are being cut to pieces. There's movies where fucking people are being raped at every turn of the fucking street. Apparently, they live in a really bad neighborhood. Apparently, and but if gaming shows one little half segment where the lead female character is strong enough to fight away, which is actually a credit to women. Oh, it's a big fucking deal, and I hate this. I hate that gaming gets this kind of flack every single time something like this occurs. It's not an issue anywhere else. Why should it be an issue with this?
It's funny because Square Enix announced time and again, even before they showed the rape scene, what we show here is what's gonna be seen in the video game. There's not gonna be any more like leading towards that rape. There's not going to be any more than that. There's just the only attempted rape. There's not going to be more than that. And people still went nuts. People still went crazy, and it's just fucking stupid. I'm like, wow.
What do people expect? I mean, what kind of censorship do they want? Do they want everything to fucking be fucking Pikmin style? I mean, you have Kratos. He's no longer cutting with blades. Now he's actually planting flowers and fucking growing potatoes. Is that what you fucking want?
That's what they want. They want Master Chief to be sitting on a grass hill with a rainbow over his head, shitting purple shit.
Purple rain, hopefully, not just shit. I mean, this is just another low, when it comes to people fucking, dramatizing the media. This is sensationalist dumbass is doing this, and it hurts all of us in the long run. It's all right. So, Crispy, I hear you got to take a leak.
Yeah.
Or a snake, one of those things.
No, apparently on a website, I don't know which website it was specifically, but on Info-G they were saying that there was some leaks on the new Xbox 720. They showed different things. So first of all, the specifications of it was that it had 4 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. It was 8 times stronger than the 360, which is alright.
It's marginal.
It's marginal. Better than the Wii U, that's for sure. Not to mention that it was going to be a full integrated Connect onto the Xbox, and
don't forget it's labeled as a always-on DVR player.
That too. What? and that makes no sense.
Oh, it was going to be a fully connected media device, so it would DVR every show that you selected from everywhere, every point. And not only that, I don't know why this makes any sense to them, but they were going to have 3 layers of GPUs.
I have no idea. I think what they were trying to say was the reason why was because one of the layers was going to have fully integrated onto the Kinect at all times, so that way the devs never had to like work hard on it.
No, but then you'd have to partition it. So
yeah, that's why I'm saying.
That's still stupid.
Which still doesn't make sense whatsoever. And another core and the other layer was going to be for backwards compatibility for the 360. Mm-hmm. And after that, in the specifications, they had virtual reality goggles, and I was like, oh, I guess. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit baffled by that, but I don't know what to think about that, to be honest with you. I've never liked the idea that Sony wanted to go into it, so I'm not sure. But with that said, all these documents seem to be legit when Microsoft's lawyers quietly told them to take it down. And that's kind of pointless on the internet.
Yeah, and it's funny because right before anything was ever said about taking them down, they made the whole presentation, which is because it was a slideshow presentation that it was apparently made for the shareholders of the company, was leaked onto the internet. So that way it's there for it's there forever.
Presentation. That's what I would think it is. Looks like a piece of shit presentation.
Hey, it's Microsoft. What do you want? And so yeah, I mean they're using slideshow. What do you want from them?
Some guy made a good point. Not to take all the mic time up, but some guy made a good
job.
Made a good point that that this could be a trick on Microsoft's behalf, because if Sony thinks, hey, well, our competitor is going to have a weaker console than we are.
Actually, they in the presentation itself, they labeled this console technologically below what the PS4 is what they expected.
No, and that's why, and that could be a trick, and they could say, hey, well, they're going to be weaker to what we have, and we're just going to blow them out of the water. If we lower the specifications a little bit more, we can be a little bit higher than them, and we can still be more efficient when it comes to money. So, I mean, it could be a war of specs right now that Microsoft's trying to do with Sony and try to trick them into it. But I don't think Sony's stupid enough to fall for that. Not this far into the gen. Maybe if you did this to Sony when they were first coming out with the PS2 or the PS1, I think they would fall for it. But right now, they have too much on the line to fall for that kind of shit.
Yeah, so hopefully Sony won't take the bait, and hopefully, if anything, the stats, although they were kind of weaker than what I would hope, they were semi-impressive for a console. So hopefully, this is if it is true, that there's a sign of things to come.